Welcome back guys on my channel. Today I will be predicting semi-finals of the World Cup in Qatar as well as the game for the third place and the final. But before we jump into the semi-finals game, let's just take a quick look on my predictions of the quarterfinals. Okay, so let's start with the first game, Brazil versus Croatia. My prediction was 2-0 for Brazil. Unfortunately, that game didn't work out as I would expect. Croatia was very tight in defense. They didn't let Brazil show their qualities up front. To be entirely fair, I believe that Croatia is ultimate underdog in the World Cup tournament. Last 5 of the 7 extra times involves Croatia and they won them all. This just shows that they're not scared of an extra time. They have players who will be 120 minutes on the pitch and they will give everything that they have to qualify to the next round. Next game, Argentina versus Netherlands. My prediction for this game was 1-1 full time and 2-1 in extra time for Argentina. I wasn't so far away. The 90 minutes end up 2-2 and then no goals in the extra time, and then we went to the penalties, which Argentina won. But if you analyze this game a bit more deeply, you would see that there was a few stages. First, the ball was most of the time in the midfield area. There was a lot of fighting. As well, this game was very, very dirty. There was record-breaking 17 yellow cards in the World Cup game. As well, there was a few incidents outside of the pitch, like in the final minutes of the regular time, Leonardo Paredes kicked the ball into the bench of the Netherlands team. They went onto the pitch, started arguing, pushing, fighting. I think the referee didn't have this game over control. Obviously, Argentina scored the first one after the impossible pass from Leo Messi. Then they scored another one after very stupid foul from Denzel Dumfries. Argentina was 2-0 up, but after this phase when their ball was mostly in midfield, Louis van Gaal made some subs. They were playing long balls for a very tall striker, and this paid off for them. Wout Weghorst, former Wolfsburg striker, was subbed in 78th minute. 5 minutes later, he was already on the score sheet with his first goal, and in the 10th minute of an additional time to the second half, he scored his second, making game even and resulting in an extra time. Unfortunately, after the break, before the extra time, Louis van Gaal changed tactics as well. He came back to the original tactics. Netherlands didn't even make a single dangerous attack during the 30 minutes of an extra time. Argentina had a few, but that led to the penalties, which Netherlands lost. Argentina is in the semis. Next game, Morocco versus Portugal. My prediction was 2-1 for Portugal. I really want to apologize to all of Moroccan fans. I was in doubt about Morocco getting out of the group. Then I said that Spain definitely will knock them out as they are on a different level than Croatia and Belgium. Then I believe that Portugal, after 6-1 win with Switzerland, will just go through them. But not. They will keep proving me wrong. They just concede one goal in the whole tournament, an own goal. They kept a clean sheet with Croatia, Belgium, Portugal, and 120 minutes and penalties with Spain. First African team in the World Cup semi-finals. They already are written on the cards of the history. Now, after they proved me wrong so many times, I genuinely believe that they might go all the way and win this World Cup. This would be an amazing history for African team. First team in the semis, maybe first team in the final, maybe first African team to ever win the World Cup. We'll see. And the last game of the quarterfinals, England versus France. My prediction was 2-2 in the full time and then the penalties for France. This game was very tight, very intense. I feel like the referee wasn't very consistent with his refereeing. He gave one foul and a few minutes later, for similar foul, he didn't blow his whistle. So like I said, the referee wasn't on the level, but this game was good to watch. It could end up in the penalties, like I said, but Harry Kane missed his second penalty, and France, after win 2-1, went through the semis. Okay, that sums up my prediction for the quarterfinals. And just before we jump to the prediction for the semifinals, let's just see a possible setups for final and the game for the third place. So first of all, France-Croatia in a final. We can have a repeat of the last World Cup final. This is so odd. The situation like this happened only once in a history, when in 1986 Argentina won against West Germany in a World Cup final. And 4 years later they played again, but it wasn't anymore West Germany. After the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, Argentina plays Germany and loses in the final. So, can we have a repeat of this? Can we have a Croatia-France final and then Croatia winning first time World Cup in their history? Okay, so the second possible setup for the final, France versus Argentina. This game would be amazing. On one side you've got Leo Messi, on another you've got Kylian Mbappe. Of course, there is a bit of the revenge blood feeling for Argentina after the loss in a round of 16 in the last World Cup against France. And what a game it was. 4-3 for France, 7 goals. I would love to see that type of the game in a World Cup final. Third possible setup, Argentina versus Morocco. So the team with the genius against the team that playing above the level. And I think they on a really big wave. They've got a support in the stadiums. A lot of fans are on the games. And a fourth possible setup, Croatia versus Morocco. Two massive underdogs that find their way into the semifinals of the World Cup. If we would have this World Cup final, that means that we would see first new World Cup winner nation since 2010 when Spain won their first World Cup. So without any further ado, let's jump to the semi-final games. First game on Tuesday evening, Argentina versus Croatia. So I genuinely believe if you take out Leo Messi of Argentina squad, they won't be a favorite for this game. Except him, Croatia and Argentina are very similar teams, strong in the midfield, quite good defense, not too much possibilities up front. I believe that Argentina, they're going to win. I believe so because you can see desire to get this trophy in the eyes of Leo Messi, as well as the way he plays. He's already got 4 goals, 3 Man of the Match awards and 2 assists. This is his best World Cup appearance so far. He knows that this is last possible moment to win World Cup with his national team, and he will do anything to do so. But you can't sleep on Croatia. They managed to come back in a game against Japan. They managed to come back in a game against Brazil in a literally last minute of the extra time. I believe they will put up a good fight. Argentina will take a lead, maybe 1, maybe 2-0. Croatia will come back. We will have an extra time. Argentina will sort it out in extra time because Croatia is very good at the penalty shootouts, as they proved already at this World Cup and the World Cup before. So my final prediction for this game is 1-1, maybe 2-2 full time, and 1 goal for Argentina in extra time, and they will go through to the final. And the second semi-final, Wednesday evening, Morocco versus France. Like I said before, Morocco already proved me wrong many times in this World Cup, but they will be facing current champions of the world. Morocco will keep tight defense as before. Like I said already, they just lost 1 goal, an own goal. As well, I think we have Achraf Hakimi on the right side against Kylian Mbappe, friend from the Paris Saint-Germain club. I think he will box him. They have similar speed qualities. I think he will be one of the best players to stop Mbappe. France won't be relying on him as much as in the games before. But I think Morocco defense is much better than England or Poland. And from Morocco's point of view, they on the big wave. They already done impossible. No one would expect them in the semi-finals, and I think they will go with the wave. They will feel like they can do it. They're so close to it. So my prediction for this game is actually 2-1 for Morocco. France got better qualities in the squad. I think they will score the goal, but Morocco will come back and score at least 2 in this game. So my predictions for the semi-finals are done. Let's jump to the game for the third place. So we've got Croatia versus France on the last World Cup final, and I believe Croatia will take revenge. This game will go on to an extra time and penalties. I'm not sure how many goals will win this game, but I believe this game will end up in a draw in a 90 minutes, 1-1, maybe 2-2. I don't think this will be a goalless game, and then Croatia will do what they do best. So they're going to win another game in extra time or penalties, and they will get third place in this World Cup. And the last final game, my prediction for the final game, Argentina versus Morocco. I believe here Morocco will have some psychological issues. Football is all about psychology, before the game, during the game and after the game. They will be in a place where never any African team been before, and they will be first African team to reach the final. But I believe they will get a bit of the cold feet. This is a big pressure final game. You work another 6 games for it. You work almost a month to get in here. My prediction is 2-0 for Argentina in final and Leo Messi to leave the trophy. Okay guys, so this is all for today. If you went through so far and enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe for more, and see you soon.